time.
I don't know how to dance. That was terrible. The kid's gonna find that in the editing and probably keep it in. My editing fail. And everyone else is probably seeing this. Sister, you have returned!
Yes.
Welcome. Howdy folks, EJ
Does
here. Welcome
thou
back to the next
realize
episode.
that this is going to be the last episode
This one?
ever?
Whoa, last episode of She-Ra, hopefully forever. Please don't make any more She-Ra. I mean, not saying that it's completely been terrible, but like...
It needs to end.
we'll talk more about our thoughts at the end here. Alright, ready?
Yes.
Ready to delve back into the doom?
Mm-hmm.
Yay, okay. Yay, why did I say yay? I did not mean yay.
Don't tell me that she just went like that and got that hair poof to happen. That's not how hair works.
Why are you broken? Why are you dumb?
Try harder, idiot.
You need to see your friends on the ground in pain, apparently, in order for it to work. Oh, never mind, you did it.
I need you all to get entrapped into the spire and keep Prime's forces distracted while she jams the signal. I'm gonna take the failsafe to the heart and destroy it once and for all.
Problem.
Yes.
She goes to the heart of Etheria, disables that. That doesn't do anything to stop the whole, you know, bad guy with evil plan taking over world thing. Entrapped disables chips. That just frees their friends, but doesn't stop the connection between the Horde clones or the towers or anything that is still aligned with Horde Prime and his many fortresses all across many planets, across many galaxies. So he still has a lot of backup plans. This does not win the fight, this current plan. You have a lot more to worry about. Of course, we all know that in the end, the She-Ra getting supercharged with magic is just gonna, like, wave her sword and everything will
Carol
explode.
Danvers right through them ships.
But, like, the plan shouldn't work right now.
Yeah.
We know it will, but the plan shouldn't work. She-Ra is scared of Shadow Lady.
There's no way we're letting you do this on your own. Whatever we find, we face it together.
I mean, honestly, it would be better to have Glimmer with the whole Entrapped thing, because they could just like, oh no, we're in trouble, yeet! Poof, we're at the top of the tower, boom!
But the best friend squad.
Yes, and we're gonna have Katra pop in and save the day by magical invisibility teleporting.
Oh boy.
For the honor of Grayskull!
For the honor of my X-Wing.
Wait, Horde Prime is all like, step into my light and bask in my glory. So, are they trying to work with Horde Prime and turn the darkness to light?
Whoa!
They were actually working on his side the whole time? They were chips? It is Hordak.
Hordak!
The Dak of Horde. They like, wait, hey.
Wait, hey.
Hey, bot faces! Come and get us!
Ah, now that you have given us permission, we shall do that.
What?
Behold, Horde Prime Ra. For the honor of myself.
Thank you for being the best friends anyone could ask for. Adora!
I disagree that Glimmer's the best friend you could ask for.
Adora!
She's not here.
Let me drink my goblet of tea in peace.
I thought you were gonna say my goblet of tea and pee.
No.
Horde Prime is on you. He's hacking into the planet.
He's hacking the planet!
I promised her a long time ago that I'd look out for her. It's time I made good on that.
I thought Adora promised to look after her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think she promised back.
The four of us don't need luck. We're the best friend squad.
She's just a part of the best friend squad now? Okay.
What do I?
I don't know. That was a snappy hug. There was like some bones breaking and flesh slapping or something. What happened there?
So that was just friendship, right? I think.
I think they're implying something more, because all the ships have to happen, of course.
But do people
even though they were
ship
angry
them?
at each other. I don't know. It doesn't matter if they're shipped or not. They get shipped anyway.
I'm
Everyone
so
gets shipped at
confused.
She-Ra.
I don't know what that was. I don't know what anything is.
I don't care enough to figure it out. It's whatever.
This is more confusing than relationships in real life.
I hate everything. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
I never wanted to die.
No way.
Oh.
Why are you doing this, Adora? It's better this way.
Because...
My friends will be safe. They'll be
You're not gonna die, though! Shadow Weaver said it. You're a being of pure magic. You can handle it. Just stop freaking yourself out. Why did they aim at the ground and then bring it up instead of just aim at them?
I don't know.
Oh.
Okay.
Why not?
Miss me? Yes, but also
Did you miss me?
I-
Did you miss me? Did you miss me?
I did not.
Doesn't it remind you of the first time we met? You also tried to kill me then.
I would like to hear that story.
I would not.
Why are you like this?
Good
I
question.
love you, dearest.
Everyone be saying I
That's
love
the
you.
45th time. Goop arrows, my favorites.
Oh, Casta, can you...
He's been sauced.
She's been deft.
What the heck happened to her?
Hello, baby girl.
Ew, I didn't like that.
Spookicious.
Boy, last episode.
Heck yeah, then we'll finally be done with this.
Catra, no! I'll catch up, okay? Get to the heart.
How about you get to the heart of your issues with each other?
I love you, Dad.
Why is everyone just saying that?
Oh.
It kind of
Gotta
is losing
spread
its
the love
effect
everywhere.
when everyone's just like, I love you!
What just happened?
She cast the demons out.
She did. She exorcised him. Sauce of Death is out of here.
I've got it!
Wow, that was really smart.
Congrats, you are stupid. Here is
Here's
your
your
stupid
stupid
person
person
trophy. Medal, whatever. Oh, they automatically fall off.
Even though they're integrated
Antabra.
with...
Yeah, even though they're attached to people's nervous systems or whatever.
But they just fall off when they're deactivated.
Yeah, they
apparently.
retract all their death into themselves, apparently.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. It would just... Realistically, it would just be like, okay, I have a signal that I'm getting. Okay, I've lost signal, but I'm still attached to this person while they're doing
Rather
their thing.
convenient that it
you
just
still need
falls
to take it off, yeah.
Prime's controlled the universe for a long time.
Oh! This is the only time we'll see him.
I'm
I'm
depressed.
so sad.
We need to show Prime we're not afraid of him. Because we have each other. We have love.
Oh, it was cheesy in Harry Potter too.
Hey, but at least that was good.
At least it was written well. I don't know.
I had such high hopes for you.
Had to have high heeks for a living.
Is that it? Because if that's it, then that's stupid.
Girl, what is your problem?
What?
So tell me, little sister.
I'm sorry. Why is she trying? I thought she hated her.
Why?
What's going on?
Why are you so stupid? Etcha just hates the idea of anyone sacrificing themselves for the greater
Apparently,
good.
she's like, why is everyone being a hero? I hate it so much.
Just let everything get deleted. That would be so much easier.
Stop it! It's going to kill you!
Can you leave?
Why don't you go save the world instead of being an idiot?
The beginning for you.
I still don't even know why Shadow Weaver's a good guy.
I don't either. Why is she saying this? No, what the heck? I don't know what's happening. Excuse
I
me?
do not care about this character at all.
Why did she explode when she took off her mask? Was that what she was keeping back all this time?
She pulled her pin.
Like a grenade? Well, then why did, when Catra did the scrapey scrape mask is in half now thing, why didn't she explode then?
I don't know.
What the heck is happening? I don't feel like she's redeemed. I don't
Yeah, me either.
care.
She's just dead now, I guess.
Oh, yeah, those
Hi,
guys,
what's up?
they exist. Uh-huh.
You can't control us! You don't understand what makes us strong, and that's why you'll never win!
They're really trying to go for that Harry Potter vibe, and it's just not. I'm not feeling it.
So what's that green stuff?
Don't
Is that
know.
like poison goo, or is that like Lord Prime sauce? So if that's at the center of the planet, shouldn't technically gravity all be going towards that because that's the center of mass?
Science.
Because like they're walking on a platform and like getting up to the center of the planet, and they're like, "Oh wow, look at that!" But really, gravity should be that way. They should be going, "Ah!"
I don't know. I can't transform.
Because you're an idiot.
Got him.
You need to try harder.
Adora, what is going to happen to you?
I don't know. She'd probably die or something, but then
whatever.
not die at the end.
I'm not leaving. Whatever happens, I am staying with you.
Okay, have fun.
Well, then eat your bed. Eat both of you into it and both die. That would be fine. Sure, why not?
You can't do this! The heart's power is too unstable! It'll take you and the whole universe with it!
There's no way that something is powerful enough to destroy the entire universe, as I've mentioned. Did I mention this in a video, or did I just mention this outside of the video? Because that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know.
Like, one planet worth of anything is not enough. Like, maybe it could be enough to destroy a galaxy, sure. But destroying the entire fabric of reality, like, that's a big bomb. Like, you require so much energy and mass packed in it. That's just not possible. That doesn't make any sense at all. That would, like, rupture space-time, create black holes, blow up everything. I don't even know how science works, but, like, that just seems completely unrealistic.
And so it shall be again.
Shoot him in the head.
Gonna pull a Darth Vader?
More like a, I am the spy.
I am Hordak, and I defy your will.
What happened to all the shadowy, bring light to the darkness, life is woohoo?
And Hordak is not redeemed either.
Uh-huh. What, the teleport sauce?
There will be peace.
Pieces. Murder.
Judas!
Adora, stay awake.
Stay alive.
Stay alive!
I'm sorry.
Stop saying that. You
Just
said it too many times.
Throw her into the boom. She's dying either way.
Apparently.
Never mind, her consciousness has been uploaded to the cloud.
What?
She's going back to the A's
She's
version, I
getting
guess.
married. Her ponytail's cute.
Don't you get it?
We gotta cling to the something that we have and never let it go.
Please, just this once. Stay.
Stay with me,
just this
my
once?
cat. You don't need to die.
I love you too.
And there we have the purpose of this entire show existing, apparently.
Oh no, they are she, they.
What?
They are she, multiple people, I don't know.
They raw?
Yeah, they are. I mean, if this is happening all over the planet, theoretically many people should be dying instantly right now. Never mind.
The
power of lesbians.
love. Oh boy.
What?
She makes grass grow.
Did she absorb all of the magic now? Is that what happened? That was the... Oh my! You just spit in my mouth.
I'm sorry.
Kamehameha of death.
Comical. What is occurring?
Plant growth. She took perfume.
What? Why did you make a space tree?
I don't know.
Though all is reduced to rubble, Prime shall rise again.
Not if we poke him many times. No, Lord Ozai, you're not wearing pants.
Whoa, exercise the sauce of death.
Huh? What? I remember you.
Oh,
Isn't it
yay, now
down
we
in
have
the middle of the yard.
Hordak instead of Horde Prime. So much better.
Look, oh, there it is.
You know I'm a hugger.
So Catra did not take accountability for any of her actions.
Just like okay with this.
That's, I guess. When that space tree falls over, who's gonna clean up the, like, asteroid?
Yeah, a tree asteroid is gonna come in someday.
Extinction level event.
Hi. You toxic.
What are we gonna do now?
Die.
Really, everyone's gonna date.
Together? Like, all of them?
Best dating squad.
Oh, the tree is just floating around the planet, so it's definitely going to crash someday. Unless they just have a tree-shaped moon that somehow manages to...
Avatar!
A much better show, yes. Well, that happened.
I don't think that was a very strong ending.
Yeah, not really.
They just tried to make all the ships happen at the end, and the plot got so convoluted, and they kept like switching what the main goal was every season, and...
Very true.
I just don't really care that much.
I feel like if you ignore the 4 seasons of build-up that led to this season on its own was okay. It was... I think... Wait, which season was it that we actually thought was okay? Last season?
Last season, yeah.
Yeah, I think last season was better than this one.
Yeah, I agree.
If you take them, like, standalone, they're okay, but, like, because of all the build-up, like, 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons of all these things, you gotta stay consistent with your world building, you gotta stay consistent with the rules you have established and the things that you say. You can't just go back and change things and add things in and pretend that things were always there that weren't there, and when you play fast and loose with the logic, it really ruins it for me. Mm-hmm. So, like, I didn't really like it that much. If you took it as a standalone thing and the previous 4 seasons didn't exist, it was a lot better, I guess. But it still overall just kind of was terrible for me. I've stopped caring about this show for, like, ages.
It's just hard to care about the plot or the characters when there's, like, so much that ends up being irrelevant. Like... all the setup for Glimmer to have character development, like with her mom dying and then she becoming like the same kind of person as her mom, being like, oh, don't run off into battle without consulting me, that's a dumb idea, but then never actually like growing as a character. And then all the stuff with Adora being like, okay, I'm done with you, Catra, you're toxic, and then now they're a couple. It's just so weird. Like, what was the point of all this setup if some of it is undone, some of it is irrelevant, and it's just like, it feels like such a mess in my brain. Like,
it's so complicated.
If you asked me to like tell the story of She-Ra from beginning to end, I would not be able to tell you coherently because it just feels like it changes direction every 2 seconds. Like Avatar is very straightforward. It has one point. It's like, okay, defeat the Fire Lord, learn all your bending, all that stuff, and like, you know, the characters grow in a way that makes sense, and like they make friends, and that you can believe that they actually are friends, and
they have character growth that doesn't get immediately reversed and broken.
Yeah, and like if they do, like Zuko, when he came to Team Avatar, he wasn't just like immediately forgiven. Catra was holding the friggin' grudge because he kind of deserved it, and it took a while for that to go away. Whereas,
you mean Katara? I think you said Catra. You said Catra. I was like, oh, I accept that. Wait, I don't.
I'm sorry, I meant Katara. My mother. And when in this show, when Catra and Shadow Weaver and everyone just decided to come to the good guy side, they're like, okay. And Catra, I don't think she ever even like really acknowledged the things that she did. And I know a lot of people have already talked about this on Twitter, but it is disturbing that they're sort of promoting like, oh yeah, if people behave the way Catra does to Adora, you can still date them and everything's fine. Like, I just feel like they should have at least addressed the things that Catra did, because just ignoring it seems kind of sketchy.
For a lot of them, because I mean, like, they also were just chill with working with Shadow Weaver all of a sudden after many child abusings and things, and learning magic from Shadow Weaver when you could have just asked your Aunt Glimmer, and I don't know. But yeah, I totally see what you're saying with the whole, like, Avatar had a clear point from the very beginning. It was established, okay, we need to defeat the Fire Lord and save the world or whatever. Unify everything, it'd be great. But then with this show, it was like, okay, we're having a war, but also we have time for parties and proms and D&D and whatever. Oh, wait, now there's a different guy, and now we're in space, and we never told you what anything was. Oh, yeah, this Grace Skull, I guess, is a call sign for a group of spacecraft, I guess? I don't know what's happening anymore. Yeah. It's just so complicated, and there's so many loose ends and things that don't get established or brought back, like the princess killing robots or the duplicating robots, which never were mentioned again. They just kind of were there to be a challenge for one episode, but then they weren't ever brought up again when they really logically should have,
Mhm.
and the reality deleting like had some implications, like as far as relationships that were then just immediately undone again, and Glimmer never learned from her mistakes. And just the whole the show had really good concepts, like really cool things that could have gone really good ways, but then the execution was inconsistent. Didn't seem like it had good communication between the writing team. I don't know. I mean, I'm not an expert with writing or anything. It's a lot easier to talk poop about it than it is to actually write a show yourself.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if we could do better, but like,
But we
there's
don't
a lot
have
of
to be able to
problems.
do better.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of problems with it that make it frustrating and annoying and just not a fun experience to watch if you're expecting like actual quality of the show. Sure, you can praise it for the diversity and the shipping if you like that, I guess, but like
even so, it's toxic people,
it's
which is not
too
the
well done.
representation
Doesn't
I feel
send
like
good
people
messages
want.
in a lot of ways in that regard as well. And half their characters are ignored and not developed, and then they just appear and disappear randomly, and Kyle doesn't get his justice. And
Exactly, I'm mad. Kyle deserved better.
there's just so much of this show that just made me start hating it and not care anymore. So like, this doesn't have a good payoff for me,
Yeah.
just because of all the mess that's happened. And I'm glad it's over, I guess. I'm sorry for people who did like the show and who have told us every season, oh, don't worry, it gets better, don't worry, it gets better. It didn't. I don't know. It's just, I can't care anymore. I've been burned too many times to get my hopes up. They were reasonably low. They were met at a low point.
Yeah, there like last season there were some points that I genuinely did enjoy, so that was fun to watch. So if you like the show, that's up to you. But
everyone has their own opinions.
If you like it solely because of like, representation and stuff,
that's not enough to carry a show.
It's not enough to carry a show, and also like
a show has to be good of its own merit rather than just good because of certain pieces
and
of
think about if you actually want this to be your representation, because I don't think I would want like Catra and Adora to be like my representation, or like I just don't think
Glimmer.
I don't think it's like the best characters. So if you want representation, maybe find something that's like a better show.
I'm sure there
better
are plenty.
characters.
I'm sure there are plenty of better shows out there that have actually good representation and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess the Dragon Prince has some representation and stuff in it too. I don't know too much about like what all the groups are that need representation or whatever, but they had a little bit of everything in it, and it is actually a good show, like well written and interesting and stuff, or at least from my perspective. Some people have still criticized it or whatever, but I mean, the overall effect of a show should be like, oh, all the different pieces come together well. There's cool action, there's neat, consistent animation, there's good storyline, there's all this kind of stuff, and it all comes together to form one coherent, well-presented show that's polished and unique and whatever. And it makes a good viewing experience for everyone, rather than just, it has certain types of people, therefore it is good whether or not it has gaping plot holes and horrible brain-melting consistency issues and, Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be too negative, but yeah, just unpacking both this season and the whole show as a whole now that it's come together. But hey, it was fun to make fun of a bunch, and it's kind of launched Vacation channel, considering it was the second show we ever sassed.
Yeah, I don't know why so many people started watching our reactions, because looking back, I was like really mean in the like first season. I don't really know why.
You had already watched it, and you started, you just were immediately like, I hate these characters, help, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, one of my friends actually like recommended the show to me, and that's why I watched the first season, and I was like, I didn't like that.
Yeah, I wonder, like, if we had watched, or if I had watched it without you priming me to start hating everything, I wonder what I would have thought. I bet I probably still would have been infuriated with the plot holes and been utterly confused and all that, but I don't know if I would have hated it as much. Probably, but hating
point,
it for the sake of...
I don't even hate it that much. I'm just indifferent. I'm just like, it's just a messy show.
Lukewarm indifference.
And I don't like things that are messy, because I already struggle to like remember
it's like spaghetti
things
in my
when
brain.
Yeah, exactly. I already struggle to
like
remember movies after I watch them, and when it's this messy, it makes it even more confusing for me. So I just want things to make sense, and this doesn't. There's too much that they tried to do, and it didn't really work. And it did. All the relationships felt very rushed in this last season. In the last episode, everyone was saying, "I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you," and I'm like,
just to remind you, there are in fact romantic relationships between people. Yeah.
I don't care if people like the show. I just do find it concerning that they're justifying Catra's actions, I guess. That's just the
I mean,
thing
if you turn off your brain, you can enjoy anything, I guess.
But if there's like a 10-year-old who's watching this and they're like,
well, yeah,
oh,
I'm definitely
well,
saying it doesn't.
Catra is a good person. I'm like, maybe not.
It's like Hitler. He turns his life around a little bit and decides, yes, I would like to maybe stop doing the things that I did, but you still did many bad things, God. I mean, the Lord can forgive, and you can try, but you should not just, I don't know.
But you gotta want to be forgiven, acknowledge that you did bad things, and like show changes.
Confession and repentance is kind of important for moving on, rather than just being forgiven and being like, yes, I can, yeah, that's cool. I just keep on doing bad things and keep getting forgiven, so everything's fine.
I'm sure MJ Tanner will make a better video on why the Catra-Adora relationship is sketchy. I've been liking their tweets on Twitter. That's my main critique, is it just like too many characters, too much plot, too much filler. It should have been neater, tighter, less messy. That's the main thing that is not.
They were so preoccupied with whether or not they could that they never stopped to consider whether they should.
But I guess we should end on a positive note, so I'm going to talk about a couple things I did like.
Oh, okay. So, I don't have anything to talk about on that front, so I'll let you talk.
Okay, so obviously Kyle, this show gave me my new son. I'm not just talking about the season, I'm just talking about the show as a whole, I guess.
Yeah.
So Kyle's my son. I do love him. I guess I appreciate that last season he got to be his own person a little bit, but I still don't appreciate all the bullying he went through. That is rude.
It's like, it almost feels like the show backpedaled on what they were doing. They were like, Kyle's the worst! How dare you be Kyle! Re, for no reason. And then suddenly they were like, oh yes, never mind, he's totally a fleshed out character that can exist. Maybe because people were just complaining about it? I don't know. I didn't see any of the drama or like reactions to fan critiques or whatever. But I can totally see them being like, yes, maybe we were a little too harsh on Kyle for no reason.
It's like me
maybe
being
we
too harsh on
shouldn't do that. Yeah. So I don't know. It feels like a lot of times they were just like, yes, the fans said something, we totally hear ya. Yeah, like, what's something? Like the Kyle and Rogelio relationship. It didn't seem established at all, and then suddenly they're just like, oh yes, that's totally a thing, by the way, and we're like, oh okay,
good
sure,
to know.
I guess.
Doesn't really affect anything, but good to know.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like they're just kind of like, oh yes, that was totally there, haha. Definitely was there the whole time. We added that in, but shush, that was planned from the beginning. I don't know. And
I also appreciated that Scorpia last season had some actual character development.
You're a bad friend.
I enjoyed her arc and how she actually like decided that Catra was toxic and got out of the Horde. And I do wish she hadn't just randomly hugged Catra when she didn't even know, like, she hadn't even seen Catra this entire season until she just saw, like, she doesn't know that she's a changed person if she even is. So that was a little bit weird. But I did enjoy Scorpia's character development because she's, like, the one character in the show that actually got some decent development. So I did enjoy that.
I just, it annoys me that a lot of their problems were solved just by trying harder.
Yeah.
That's not a good, satisfying way to end things. If you outsmart the enemy, if you, like, pull out a contingency plan, if you know, have a teammate that solves the problem by doing something smart or, I don't know, interesting, or even just, like, finding a new way to approach the problem, any of those would be acceptable. Any normal way that people solve the problem is good, but just like I am all the Jedi, I try harder, I win now, because, like, when you do something and it doesn't work, and you're like, oh no, I guess I'm not strong enough. Wait, maybe I could be if I tried again, but better! That's just not a satisfying way to do it if you do it the 7th time. It doesn't make any sense why you can just, like, do the same thing but better, and it works this time, but it didn't work the first time. That's, like, the definition of insanity, trying the same thing and expecting different results. It's not a satisfying way to end it, because it feels undeserved and just like a ex machina, haha, I guess you win, because you're the main character, and you can just win because I said you can.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel earned. It doesn't feel impactful. I don't really
understand how they won against Horde Prime and his entire army, but whatever.
Does it ever make sense? I don't know.
I don't really care. Oh, did that Peekaboo person just not exist?
Apparently they did exist, but they were a recluse and never showed up.
You're like, guess we'll never find him.
Guess not. I still want to know if he just was like, oh, I have gifts!
That would be really funny.
Well, we're rambling a lot. Sorry for that.
Yeah, we should go.
But yeah, thank you all for watching this whole series from beginning to end. This is kind of like how the Sassing started. This is the second show we started, or I guess third if you... I need to restart that sentence.
Yeah.
It's taken us a long way, and it's been quite a long time that you guys have stuck with us, so we really appreciate it. Thanks to the patrons who have extra supported us and made things happen. And thank you for the fan art of us being angry at She-Ra and stuff, probably. Love y'all.
Hope we're not too negative for you. We're not trying to be. I'm apathetic at this point. Hope you enjoyed.
God bless.
I'm going to
Love
bed.
y'all. Yeah, I'm also going to go to bed soon.
Wink.
A wink. I'm Horde Prime. I mean, not Horde Prime. I'm not Hordak.
What is he called? Wrong Hordak.
Wrong Hordak. Sorry. I'm so done with everything. I just need to die.
Same. Good night. Justice for Kyle.
Any final thoughts?
Justice for Kyle.